Hey guys, welcome to the latest video blog. This week I decided to do some work on Andy's chipping and strengthen that area of his game. I decided to give him a week off on his full swing, give him some time to practice and cement some of the changes we've been making. So I'm going to talk you through his technique, why he is a pretty consistent chipper, but obviously you can always strengthen and improve every area of your game regardless of how good it currently is. So technically he's pretty solid. The ball position is in the centre of his stance, the weight is slightly forward and the handle is pushed towards the target just marginally. Now one technique Andy does very well is as he comes to strike the golf ball, he marginally, if anything, doesn't really touch the ground at all. You see how he just picks that golf ball pretty clean off the turf. So whenever the ball's on a standard lie, just on the fairway, just off the green, there's no real need for any golfer to be hitting down on the golf ball excessively and taking a divot. And you'll notice again, as I just play this through one more time, you can see how Andy just picks the golf ball off the grass pretty nicely. So for golfers who are struggling with that technique, I'd like you to work on practicing chipping golf balls while standing on the putting green. Obviously, you don't want to damage the green, so you can't afford for your club head to be attacking the golf ball from a steep angle. You're just going to work on just picking the golf ball pretty clean off the green, not even touching the grass below you, okay? You're just going to work on picking the ball cleanly off the green. Give that a go. I'm pretty sure that's going to help with the quality of your strike and improve your chipping. Here's a video I had taken at the 2012 British Open at Living St Anne's. Hunter Mayne's here practicing his chipping. I want you to notice how cleanly he picks this ball off the ground. He hardly disturbs the grass. Pretty clean. Okay, that's the first piece I want you to notice. Luckily, I was close enough to be able to hear what he was working on, what he was trying to feel. And at this point now, in these practice swings, he's trying to keep the sensations between his armpits and his arms consistent. So the pressure between his armpits, his arms, they're not changing. It's kind of like a putt. So his arms are feeling as if they're connected on his body, and it's his body pivoting back and forward that produces the chip shot. So just notice as he moves back and forward, he's feeling that the pressure between his armpits are consistent and his arms are staying in one position. It's his body pivoting that produces the chip shot. So that's the second golden nugget I'd like you to take away today from this video. First was working on a good quality of strike. There's no need to be descending the golf club into the ground for a standard chip shot. We want to be picking the golf ball off the grass pretty cleanly. Second is to have a consistent feeling between the armpits and the arms, and it's the body that's producing the shot. So I'm going to talk you through some of the work Andy put in on his chipping, discuss some of the chipping drills and games which I believe can help anybody. So first of all, let's just talk about chipping in general. If Andy was to chip to this flag over on the right hand side over here, the first piece of the pie for me would be for him to pick a spot on the ground somewhere where he believes if he lands the ball on the spot, the ball will then roll out towards the flag. So the first piece of the pie is to be able to pick a spot on the ground and land the ball on that spot. If you can't do that, then you're going to be struggling with your distance control. So if this yellow circle here was the spot that Andy decided was his landing area, and for some reason he landed the golf ball slightly ahead of it and marginally to the right, if his golf ball finishes long and to the right, he may come to his coach and say, look, I'm struggling with controlling the roll of the golf ball, when in fact it's his ability to land the ball on the spot that he's picked. So the drill I gave Andy was to place a number of T-pegs on the ground, which I'm just circling right now. And what I'd like him to do is at random pick a T-peg and try and land the golf ball on that spot. He only has one golf ball to do it, So it's pretty identical to being on the golf course, because on the course obviously you don't have 30 golf balls from the same spot. You only get one chance on the course. You pick your spot on the ground and you have to land your ball on that spot. So I'm just going to run us through, and you'll notice Andy, first of all he picks out this yellow tee peg on the ground, and as you can see he lands the ball too far. The starting direction was pretty nice, it was on line, but it's landed 2-3 foot past the yellow tee peg. Okay, so his next job is to change the tee peg now and just work off completely at random, pick a spot, land the ball on top of that tee peg. Okay, so this time he's actually aiming for this tee peg over here. The distance control was pretty good. Okay, the ball's just landing just here. It's pretty level with the tee peg, but he's just pulled it a little. Distance wise, that was much better. Okay, so that's the first drill I gave Andy. So the second drill I asked Andy to work on is called the ladder drill. Again, this is to work on purely landing control, your ability to pick a spot on the ground and land your ball as closely to that spot as you can. So the ladder drill is pretty simple. You get a bunch of clubs, lie them on the ground, at an equal space. You can carry all the way up along the green if you wanted to, and your goal is to land your golf ball starting with the closest zone, then your second ball into the third, and then into the fourth, and you work your way up and down the area, maybe going from 1 to 5, and then 5 back to 1, then the evens and then the odds. So you're going to notice now Andy hits a chip shot and his golf ball lands in the last zone. So now he's going to work on trying to land the ball in one of the zones again. Maybe it's a different one, I'm not too sure, can't remember, but this is how it looks from this angle. Okay, so you pop your clubs on the ground, make a ladder on the ground, and you've got to pick a zone, and you've got to land your ball in that zone. Like I say, you may want to start off in zone 1, 2, 3, and then 4, working your way up and down the zone. So that's the last drill for the landing control. So for the final drill, we worked on his ability to hit a shot and control the finishing position of the golf ball. So initially it was all about just landing control, now it's about controlling the roll also. So Andy's chipping to this flag that you can see, and there are some tee pegs placed around the back of the hole to produce a D shape. So Andy's job or goal is to, again, he's going to pick a spot somewhere on the ground that he thinks is going to allow the ball to land on that spot, and then roll out, finishing within the D behind the hole. So this is Andy working on that. Picks his spot, just a tad short. So, if you are to take the pieces of information from this video, I'm pretty sure it's going to help everybody or anybody's chipping game. Take the technique pieces if you feel as if you need them. Definitely the games and the drills will tighten up and strengthen your chipping ability. I'm just going to leave you with a video now. Again, I had taken from the Open, it's of Tiger Woods chipping. A key thing to notice again really is the quality of strike of his chip shots. Even though he's chipping up the rough, he won't necessarily be taking clumpy divots or even affecting the grass below the golf ball. He's picking that golf ball off the grass pretty cleanly. Enjoy the video.